Alright guys, I'm back. Did you hear what I was saying about my talking points? Let me know in the chat if you heard that. I think I was having like technical difficulties. So I'll be right back. Okay, Mr. Dick, thank you for letting me know. So what I was saying is if you want to look on your own internet browser and look up, the Attorney General Ken Paxton from Texas, you can see about, the scandal he was allegedly involved in and the investigation. And just because he wasn't found guilty and dethroned because of it doesn't mean that he wasn't guilty of some sort of wrongdoing. So, you know, but I am going to get into the connection of all of these things based upon my research. And so this group of people that Edward Stairs is connected to, some of them have been connected for quite a while. And like this Clovis person who's connected to this locksmith person whose name is Ben Og, and then this Clovis Harmon lady, and all these other people, and this person goes by Fellow Mon, and this other person, there's so many people to even like list. And, they go way back and they've infiltrated other communities. They've allegedly busted Preds, but I think they were probably like blackmailing them. And so what I'm thinking is, in 2021, when the child pred catcher movement really got going, I think that that might have caused a problem for people that might be doing some nefarious things, like and moving in a group with different levels to the group. And so this is just my very, very unprofessional opinion after doing my very own unprofessional research and, connecting the dots. So I started decoying and catching preds in October of 2021, September, October, November, and I didn't do it that many times, but I had a lot of interference, and that's why I kind of stepped away and just started watching what was going on and connecting the dots and waiting for things to come out and be exposed. So basically, at that time, all of the people that were doing such a good job, it was obviously interfering with something and putting fear into people who were doing bad things, right? That's what I'm thinking anyway. So let me just, you know, gather my thoughts real quick. I'll be right back. You guys can digest what I just said. If you have anything to say about that, please put it in the chats. I'll be right back. Anyone that I'm talking about needs to like yell at their microphone real quick, blow a speaker. You have about 60 seconds to do so. Have fun. Okay, so who's still freaking with me? Say what's up in the chat if you're here with me right now. I want to know. I know Mr. D is here. I know probably Survivor is here. So, Ken Paxton, right? Ken Paxton is in Texas. And that's the Attorney General, right? Edward Leonard Stairs is in Texas. That is the CP, child abuse, variety selection possessor guy. Him and his brother got raided. They had all that stuff in the affidavit that I read, which is available to read on edwardleonardstairs.com. Take a look, see what you see there. And he got away with this, and everybody wants to know why. So there are some people looking into that, and I think the world deserves an explanation. So the charges happened in like 2019, I believe. And so then 2020, 21, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't looked up the affidavit in a little bit. So the pred catchers were doing really good, and there was one out of Texas that Edward started donating to, right? And then he got a shout out like, oh, thank you for the donation, Ed Stairs, and because that was his YouTube handle, something like that, Ed ST or something. So he makes his entrance into being a fan of the pred catchers, right? And then trying to be helpful and saying, oh, I'll look up people for you, right? And then unbeknownst to everybody, he's got these charges pending for allegedly, having this illegal content on devices, which he did have a whole bunch of it in his possession. That is documented, that is not alleged, that is a fact. And I mean, this dude is a disgusting, horrible human being. And he's made plenty of videos about me, even putting my full name in it. So I am definitely well within my right to do it right on back. And so he makes his way and has these charges pending while he's looking up, you know, alleged child predators for people. And then some of these guys are like just disappearing, stopping the conversation. They're probably getting tipped off by Edward, right? Or they're getting blackmailed by Edward and his network of people. So, Edward, who for 7 years was getting approximately $68,000 a year for the Black Pearls of Texas LLC. And on YouTube, he's never talked about the Black Pearls of Texas LLC, right? And they keep getting all these troll people involved with like trolling pred catchers, decoys like myself and others, and then people that support us, right? So most of these people, what they have in common is drug addiction, um, methamphetamine, MDMA, things like that. So the stuff that puts holes in your brain, these people are fucking whacked, man. That is my opinion. If you disagree, that is fine. That's up to you. I'm entitled to my opinion. That's what it is. So, when you have people like this and you have a shitload of drugs, I think maybe that could have been the situation where these people are getting, you know, not only possibly CP, but they could be using the Black Pearls of Texas, which Edward doesn't ever talk about. And every time anyone brings it up, nobody wants to talk about it, right? Well, how come on the internet you can find the data for any LLC and it's saying for 7 years he made approximately 68 or 66 or something thousand a year? That is worth talking about from like 2016 to like, 2020 or somewhere around there, a couple years ago, right? So people want to like not talk about that. Well, I'm bringing it up. I'm putting it out here on the interweb in the algorithm, and I'm tagging his name and the whole shit. So, and the rest of you clowns, tagging you. So, he comes in attacking CPP Tommy really hard, right? And then I come in starting to decoy for Tommy. I get, you know, assaulted by this asshole who just started, which I believe infiltrated himself into the Fred Catch community, right? And I think he was linked with Edward and um, maybe even Sam Clinton Network and Ken Paxton and all of this Shadowbox, Black Pearl, Hollywood, Midnight Productions, scandal thing. So Edward spent so much time attacking Tommy. Like so much that only a meth head could like sit there and just crank out all that content. You're high on something, you're happy sometimes and nice sometimes, then you're freaking out, then you're tired, you hardly ever sleep, right? That's like the pattern with these people. And so I'm thinking maybe black pearls that he doesn't talk about, maybe it could have been drugs pressed to look like precious pearls or something, or could have been pills, it could have been, you know, things that are on SD cards that are inside of stuff, all sorts of stuff, right? But that would give you a reason to ship things around the country. And apparently, MDMA and meth and stuff, gets by the dogs if you ship it around. That's what somebody told me. So they could definitely have been using that to manipulate these fucking losers to like sit online and troll everybody all the time. And I think that is a really, really good possibility. And I discussed some of that with my friends, right? And hey Gomez, what do you think about what I'm talking about? That Edward and crew could have used the Black Pearls of Texas LLC to transport drugs and you know maybe things on SD cards and things all around the world, the U.S., whatever. You know, because he doesn't want to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that knows him, right? And so I'm thinking that the crew he runs with, that's all over the Yahoo chats, all over, Discord, all over Minecraft and Roblox servers, and, then all of a sudden interested in child predator catchers and the movement, even though they're not, they're just running distraction the whole fucking time, right? So this scumbag comes in, pretends to be a pred catcher, right? Catches over 200 preds, sexually assaults me in the process, then immediately teams up with Edward to throw me under the bus days after leaving my house from a visit, right? And but then he's trying to befriend Tommy at the same time from CPP, but he's buddies with Edward, right? So their masks are slipping because they're not supposed to show their connection, but they have to because they're, individually can't do shit. They need each other. So Edward attacked Tommy for how long? So long. And then he finally got exposed because his charges came out. I tried to expose Cameron, and people didn't want to listen. Now some of them see it, some of them don't. You know, believe me or not, he's still, I think, infiltrated and didn't even care about the catches he did. And that's why he didn't even preserve them. He's just done now. And, you know, it's just whatever because he put his 2.5 years in. Now he's going to get his reward, just like Edward put his couple years in. Now he's getting his reward. He just got some expensive truck or whatever, allegedly, right? That's what the word on the streets is. And I think, you know, this was the bed catchers were interrupting, trafficking of images, drugs, people, all of it because it's all connected, right? So they had to infiltrate so they could disrupt and distract and fuck it up as much as possible. And Midnight Productions, if you look that up, that is involving just people disappearing, all sorts of people, old, young, disabled, different races, just disappearing. And the rate that people are going missing, like, there's no logical explanation as far as there's just random people being kidnapped. Not that many. This is like an organized thing going on with trafficking and taking people. And so when civilians start putting decoys out everywhere, it kind of stands a chance to mess a lot of that up. So they want to stop somebody who is good, like Alex in Texas. They want to infiltrate, be his friend, right? But attack Tommy, who he already didn't like, and be Alex's friend looking up people for him, right? But attack Tommy. So it was really crazy to watch. I'm not going to get into too deep with it, but if you know the pred catchers and the things that happen, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I guess you'll have to, figure it out. I only have so much time in my day, and I don't want to really get off track. But there are, in fact, these groups of trolls being paid by the government to screw with people online. And they're mostly using drug addicts, they're using people on disability. And so I think that the ADA needs to be contacted and reported that this is happening, because that's what happens when I look up these trolls. A lot of them are, home on disability and they have some sort of mental health issue, some form of freaking psychosis. And I think because they were being sent probably a bunch of methamphetamine and MDMA to keep up their shenanigans or whatever else, plus money, I allege that, that leads to psychosis and holes in their brain. And that is why we see, after 2.5 years of this, all of these people are just even wackier and wackier. And even the ones that are coming out from behind the scenes, like, because they can't stand being behind it anymore, like NTF Donna and stuff like that. Like, I just feel kind of bad for these people because it's obvious their brains are holy as hell. And, take that as you will, you know. That's what they're doing. They're preying upon alcoholics and addicts and getting them to sit there and troll people to disrupt the Pred Catch movement. So they attacked Tommy, they attacked my decoy, they infiltrated Alex, got his decoys, got my pictures, got other people's pictures, messed up catches, made controversy between people's relationships, right? And all of this is to disrupt from predators being caught and exposed ultimately, which would help Midnight Productions, which would help that corrupt Attorney General Ken Paxton, which would help Hollywood, right? And the Black Pearls of Texas, whatever they were, mailing around. I don't think it was precious pearls. If anybody else does, put it in the chat. If you've ever ordered a precious pearl from the Black Pearls of Texas LLC, let me know in the chat. Oh, my product placement, ladies. Oh, man. Which product, Gomez? Let me know. Yeah, I'm trying to call it out, dude. But which product placement should I do? Oh, man. There's a lot. Like, I don't want to go too all over the place, but the point I'm trying to make is that a bunch of these people are connected, and the general person wouldn't know what the fuck the whole connection is. But I've been putting the dots together, so I'm gonna mute this for just a minute, take a pause, be right back in a few. Alright, guys, I'm back. I'm just gonna read the chat and then I will reply. Alright, we'd like to thank our satirical sponsors for the day, Tractor Supply, down there in Pennsylvania. Which part of Pennsylvania? Well, there would be a secret. I'll tell you later. Maybe. What up, Pillsbury Doughboy in the chat? What up, what up? Alright guys, so like I said before, if you want more information about the talking points scrolling across the bottom of the screen, you can go to edwardleonardstairs.com for information about the Black Pearls of Texas LLC. And then you can probably not find too much information about Shadowbox online or the trolls, but actually there are some videos about the troll groups going online, and I believe that those are paid for by the government. Some of them, I mean, this shit runs deep, and this is just my independent journalism, my independent findings, and you can take it as you will. You can make fun of it. I don't give anyone permission to restream it, so whatever. Ed Stairs is a piece of shit, in my opinion. He had a wide variety of child abuse images in his possession on multiple devices, and he's guilty of that. He's an unregistered sex offender, and he had the audacity to make videos about me at one point. Scumbag. I knew he was dirty, dirty, dirty. I just didn't have the proof yet. And I didn't FOIA his stuff. I just could feel it energetically that he was one of the most disgusting human beings that walks this earth. And I was freaking right. So, now that Edward Leonard Stairs has done as much as he can to cause chaos in the Predcatcher community, and so has the um, ambush attacker, rapist, Scummarina, who has apparently finished Predcatching, right? He finished his mission to fuck shit up as much as possible. He's out, and now enter the Benchwarmers, right? A woman who modded for Scummarina way back 2 years ago, right? And she was attacking me as his moderator, calling me a false accuser, calling me all sorts of names, right? Well, that's Andrea Peatluck down in Pennsylvania. I'm not gonna dox the town there, but that's her freaking name. And I'm gonna say her name, say her name, say her name. She wants me to. She wants, me to know who she is, so now I do. And her dad that she takes care of should be very disappointed that she's, going to troll fucking farm school and all this. What the hell? What's up, everybody? Let me know in the chat if you are picking up what I'm putting down or if you have any questions. Please let me know. If you've taken the time to look any of these topics up, also please let me know. I would love to have some feedback on this. Thank you. Be right back. All right, so I just want to say thank you actually to Andrea because you helped me put some more pieces of this puzzle together by exposing yourself, by coming at me from a new channel. And then I realized after you made that stupid ass Stonewall video, um, with like the brown brick wall, I realized that was your same ass ugly ass face as the Andrea Knows channel. And I went and grabbed a screenshot of that and I was like, oh shit, it's the same bitch. She's nuts, man. She's coming at me 2 years later. She's obsessed, yo. And here you are, obsessed, right? Can't even use your brand new channel because you're already, got putting time out for it because you're an asshole. So, yeah, she helped me realize that I was right, that Scumrun was connected to this whole network of people infiltrating. And this woman was one of his grandma handlers. That's why he had this network of middle aged older ladies that he was preying upon. Now, she wasn't one being preyed upon, she's one of the handlers, right? And she likes to dominate stupid ass men. And he likes to be dominated by women that like to dominate stupid ass men, like older women, though, okay? What he did to me was not, it was not getting into that here, but he's guilty as fuck. So, um, yeah, the facts are hurting their narrative more and more each day, and that's why a bunch of them have to step away, right? Now, even Angela G has to step away from the scenario because she went so hard for Edward that other people are like, ah, fuck you, get out of here, you know? And then enter in her little friend, Jessie from Sewertown, okay, Jesse Davis. Do you guys see the video that the panel channel did about him recently? A couple months ago, right? Well, I look at his stuff, right? His post, and he's only got like two community posts. He's got one about a tiger, right? Make sure you guys fucking pick up what I'm putting down. Because I'm pretty sure that the people I sent the information to picked up what I was putting down. So you go on Jesse from Sewer Town's YouTube account, and that is at just me 2 TWO. And I think that is to mock the Me Too movement. So you go on there, go to the community post, you go to the one with the lion, and you look on the comments on there. And about 5, 6 months ago, SB Algers was looking to get a hold of Jesse. Like, hey man, how can I get a hold of you? Right? Something like that. So I go on that weird looking fuck's YouTube account, right? And he's promoting a couple years ago in a post some people who appear to be musicians. And they all have Telegram accounts. So I go on SB Alger's account. I scroll down through his community posts. He's got quite a few, but there's one that has like some shot glasses. And it's going to be real obvious if I look in a little bit and that shitbag takes that post down. I already got everything on it screen recorded and all the links and all that shit, so it's okay. It's alright, buddy. You can scurry. You can fucking scurry, losers. I know what you idiots are up to. I fucking know. And I'm putting it out there on like 7 different channels right now. So yeah, go to SB Algers and maybe I could be wrong. I don't know what's going on the Telegram groups, but I know that 2 years ago he did that post. It looks like shot glasses and has a funky ass background. And he's promoting in the text of this post these people's, social media channels and their Telegram accounts and their Discords and stuff like that. A lot of the YouTubes are no longer available, but 4 Telegram accounts that I see are. And so I sent screenshots of all that to a couple different people. One of them being that Sweet Baby Ray guy, and I didn't freaking know it was going to be sent to him, but I think he, isn't my top choice of who I would have sent it to, but, I asked a guy if he knew anyone that could, look at that info. He thought maybe he would be a good one. I didn't know till after the fact. Otherwise, I would have said, no, not that fucking one. But anyway, I think all these people been moving a little different since Ray got that information. Um, from what I heard, people that watched them said that what um I don't know. You and ABC will pay dearly. Oh, oh, we'll pay dearly. We'll pay dearly. Pay dearly. Call Dr. Phil, bitch. Call Dr. Phil. Dude, I've already been doxxed on so many platforms. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Um, Maybe you should stop making videos about me, asshole. How about that? Should try that. Andrea Peatluck in Pennsylvania. How about that? Gang stalker. You looked me up and sharing all sorts of shit about me. So because of that, I had to find out your name and a little bit about you. Otherwise, trust me, I don't give a shit who you are. I don't even want to know your name. You keep obsessing over my name. I'm exposing your group of infiltrators, Andrea, that you're a part of, and you used to mod for my rapist, Scummarina, and you got obsessed with me back then, Andrea, in the chat here as Masterpiece Conspiracy. Quit projecting onto me, devil. You're the devil, lady. The power of Christ compels you, Andrea Peatluck. All right, why don't you call Meek Mill? See if he'll help you out. Meek Mills. Dumbass. Call him up. Gang stalker says the woman that made videos about me came and commented on my content and reached out and initiated contact with me looking for a response to solicit a problem. Go take care of your daddy, Mr. Peatluck, okay? Go take care of him. Why don't you go do that? Okay? The next video, I'm gonna put your fucking house as the cover photo, bitch. That's what I'm gonna do. I saw all the videos you made about me, and you still keep talking about me on other channels when you can't even use your own channel. And now it's crystal clear that you're part of this group that infiltrated the Pregcatcher community. You're connected to, Muffin Man and the crew and the Puppy Mill Mommies that Gomez does these videos about. You are connected. You are in videos with all of these people talking to them throughout the years, and you know all of their names so comfortably. All of you are having Discord meetings and troll class and all this bullshit. Well, you know what? We can call a truce. You can stop talking about me and I'll stop talking about you. Otherwise, your name's going to be up in the algorithm just like mine is, bitch. You look me up, I look you up. The same, samesies, I am not the one been obsessed with somebody for 2 years, idiot. You're the one that used to mod for my rapist and obsessed with my rapist, the White Knight in Forum, and now here you are calling me names, calling me gang stalker. You better figure yourself out, lady. You're gang stalking me, obsessing over me. So, you know what? Let me come back. Let me go put this asshole's house on the screen. Hang on, I'll be right back. I think I know how to do that. Fuck you, bitch. I don't know if she still lives at this address. You guys will have to figure that out. Up to you. Fuck you.
Oh, how funny is this at the workiverse? Oh, it's fucking funny.
Okay. Can you hear me now, Gomez? Can you hear me now? Can you fucking hear me? Yeah, there we go. Oh, so somebody else will make a clone account and pretend to be Andrea and make all those videos about me. Who would do that to you? Any idea? Any idea? Would Scummer do that? Did you piss him off? Maybe you have his D pic. Why? Like, that's really interesting though, Andrea. It is your fucking account because on it, you went on that account on other people's live streams, right? Like Urban Disciple, right? Do I not have a screen recording of that account on Urban Disciples talking about me? On Hoax Wars talking about me? On your Masterpiece Conspiracy? On channels, on fucking panels talking about me? You think I watch it all? Oh, heck no. I don't have time for that. But people tell me about it. And I'm just like, oh, awesome. Awesome. I got a couple clips. But see, the thing is, I'm not planning to use my channel to like address trolls all the time. I have other plans for content. So as far as people interfering with the fucking stuff I'm trying to do, you know, I'm gonna address it and then I'm just gonna keep on moving forward. And I'm gonna take big swings. I'm not gonna take little swings. You can't say that's not you, that's not your account when you're going on panels, you fucking holy brained doofus. And you're calling me a whore. Like, man, I don't have enough sex to be getting called a whore. So I don't know what you're talking about, Willis. Okay? Come on. Taking a pretty big swing, I hear, I think. In the physical, in the spiritual, you know. Um, and I just visualize the look of disappointment on Mr. Peatlock's face when he finds out that his daughter spends so many hours of her life being an intolerable bitch online. What a fucking waste of life. For real, bitch. 46 fucking years old. Holy shit, born in 77. What the fuck? You're a whole 10 years older than me. Why don't you start acting like it, lady? You know? Why don't you put on your cardigan and go knit a blanket and get the fuck off the internet? Leave me alone. Andrea, who wants to say, oh, it's not me. No, it's definitely you when you're going on the panel and you're talking, right? And that voice matches the voices in your dumbass videos that you put out and then you took down. Well, maybe that was in one of your manic episodes. You put those videos out and then was like coming down off of the high you're on, and then was like, oh shit, let me take those down. Those are kind of manic. That's some warbot shit. And I think you're connected to him too. He's connected. It's all connected, man. You scumbags are connected. Right. So, who's shell busting? Right. Yes, leave it up to us pros like Gomez and myself. We're good at connecting the dots and piecing together who's working with who from the looks of it, you know? Oh, we got 16 people in here. Who's picking up what I'm putting down? Let me know in the chat. Do you guys know Andrea Peatluck? She's my trolley roly. She wants me to be her troll buddy or some shit. I don't want to play those games. I got better things to do. I'm a grown woman and a mother. Apparently she's not. She lives with her dad. She's supposed to be taking care of him, so that plus kids, and she's on here bullying a woman 10 years younger than her. You know, She drops, product placement things like talking about denture cream because she's got dentures apparently. Andrea, I know you're in here. Do you want to let us know what happened with your accident? Is that what caused the brain damage or was it something else? Let us know so we don't have to speculate. I know you're in here, biatch. There are 50 million Andreas in the world, but there's only one Andrea Peatluck, and she has been part of this crew, infiltrating online communities and trolling people on the internet anonymously for quite a while. But she made a couple mistakes along the way because people know her name. And then people tell people, and then, people share it and say, hey, this person, Andrea Peatluck, is bullying me on the internet, and I don't appreciate that. And, my other bully also took me to court because I put her full name on the internet and tagged it. And I said, this grown woman is bullying me on the internet. And she was actually, younger than Andrea. So you can bet that Andrea is definitely going to be known as a bully of other women on the internet because I don't even know this lady. And now I have to share my story and how I allege that she's part of this whole infiltration of the Pratcatcher community. So I don't want to be redundant. I'm going to leave the chat open. I'm going to mute this for a little bit so that if anyone here wants to talk in the chat, the floor is yours. You guys can talk amongst each other. If I see anything that I would like to respond to, I'll be back. So have fun in the chats, guys. Alright, guys, I'm here. Who's here with me? Well, she'd have a hard time, Detective Gomez, playing the victim, considering the content that she's already put out about me. And, they're gonna say, well, how do you know this woman? And she's gonna have to explain. And if they ask me, I'm gonna have to explain. I'm gonna be like, well, sir, I don't. And you know the rest. I don't need to tell you. Um, she's a bluffer. She's a bluffer. Yo, so I don't know how many people are in here. It says 0 on the screen, but clearly at least one person's in here. And I am gonna end the stream in just a minute. So, get your screenshots, get your screen records, and then giddy up the fuck on out of here. But please, please take into consideration everything that I have shared with you here today. Please do your own research on the talking points listed on the banner going across the screen. Please do your own research on the freaking really, 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 really proud of herself 46-year-old online internet troll, Andrea Peatluck from Pennsylvania. Please do your research on her. She's born in 77. She's a frickin' troll, and she's so proud of it. She's so good at it. She's never been better at anything else in her fucking stupid life. Alright? Damn. Of all the things to be so fucking proud of. Oh my goodness, look at her. Her energy is coming through me. She swears. She uses the F word a lot. Gomez was telling me that. She uses it way too much. I try not to use it, but because I'm talking about her, I think it's coming out. I'm getting her nasty witch energy. So I'm so sorry about that, guys. On that note, I'm going to get up on out of here. Shame on anybody for infiltrating the Pred Catcher community. All of y'all are Preds for doing that. And, I know that where there's smoke, there's fire. And I may be wrong about some of the things that I said, but I also may be right. So look into it, guys. Take the food for thought that I dished out to you here today. Please look into it. Please be careful about this Scotty Karate and Andrea Grows, Andrea Doesn't Know, and this other channel she's got here, the Masterpiece Conspiracy. Please be concerned about any channel owned and operated by these people. And yeah, I will be putting out an updated, maybe rid of mandamus. Yeah, Andrea, I allege, is a hired troll. Sits there living at her dad's house in Pennsylvania and trolls women like me 10 years younger than her, and then even tries to, waste a good man like Detective Gomez's time, and then super jealous of how nice he is to me. So, you know, yes, updated writ of mandamus. I'll be doing that. Alrighty. Thank you all for tuning in for tonight. That is all Shay can say. I may be back with another video, but for this, right now, this topic, I am done. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.